welcome to a brand new episode of Sipping Tea with Suzanne. I am your fabulous host, Positively Suzanne, and with me in the studio is the one, the only Mr. Anthony Barbosa. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I am good. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were in season one. Yeah,
Nice, nice. I'm in season now.
season three.
Nice,
Season
nice,
three,
nice.
like time flies, right?
Yeah, it does. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
a lot has changed.
A lot has changed. We're
Yeah.
going to talk a little bit about
Yeah,
that
yeah,
change,
yeah.
but first, want to say thank you so much to all our loyal viewers. For those watching on YouTube on the Positive Vibe Studios, appreciate you. Those on Facebook on the Positively Suzanne, thank you so much. Shout out to my executive producer Paul Anderson, who's also our sponsor from Paul Anderson's Photography. We appreciate you. If you're interested in being a sponsor, please connect with us. If you're interested in being a guest or recommending a guest, let me know. DM me, hit me up. It's the only time I'm going to tell you to hit me up. So on my DM. But listen, I'm so excited. Anthony was on our show in season one, as I mentioned. And let me tell you, God does really good things because for that show, there were so many things happening behind the scene because I had another guest that like backed out like the last minute, and I didn't even know you at the time, and somebody like I knew somebody who knew you, and you said yes and you came, and I appreciate that. And the place that I was using to do the show at the time and ended up double booking me. So in the last minute I didn't have the space. So last minute I had to like get everything set up at my house. And like it,
Yeah, okay.
so we did the show in my living room with a green screen, and you had to take your shoes off. Like,
I'm worried about my socks.
yeah, my socks squeak. I'm like, yeah, no shoes in my living room.
Yeah.
But no, it was a great show. It was a great episode, and my girls were in the audience, and it was really cool. Marsha and Nataki, shout out. And like I was obsessed with the term "say less" at that point.
You have to say that.
Like, anyway, welcome to the show. 2 years later,
I know, and it's crazy that you said we didn't like know each other at all, and now we see each other everywhere.
everywhere.
Everywhere we go, we see each other. It's crazy.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
It's like
that
no,
one moment.
I love that though. Like sometimes like you don't know somebody, you don't hear about them, and then you just happen to connect with them through
Hmm.
one medium, and then after a while, like you just realize like we're all connected because I'm very involved with QCC, and you're very involved in
Hmm.
QCC. And like there's so many different things. We're in a run club together now.
Yeah,
Um,
I know we are. Yeah, okay.
we're runners, y'all.
Catch us in the back.
Like I know, right? I mean, listen. It's just as important for those in the back as
Yes,
those in the front. All
100%,
right, we make
100%.
sure nobody gets left behind.
That's true. That's a good point. I was the one always waiting for people, so that's true, and helping them and navigating. So,
No, I'm okay because I'm not in it to win it. I'm literally just in it to be in it. Like like there's a
um,
lot of things I want to win, but like winning the 5K and all of that, I'm good with that. My ego's okay. I'm just like I did it. I showed up. I
me
ran,
too.
and no, it's really nice to do that. But like, there's just so much things that you're doing, and I really want to talk about a lot because in the 2 years that we've met, there's so many things that has happened for me, and I know that there's so many things that has happened for you. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Mhm.
So at the time you came out, we were talking about Summer Jam, and Summer Jam. I know. Okay, so we're in 2025,
I know.
and I keep saying like, so last year was it the ninth or the seventh?
Was the eighth?
Was the eighth?
Yes,
Okay,
eighth
all right.
one.
So
Yep.
this year is going to be the ninth.
Ninth. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's talk a little bit about Summer Jam. I know we talked about before how it came about, but like, let's just give a little refresher, like how Summer Jam started, where you are now, and all that.
Yeah. So Summer Jam started. I was at the end of my basketball career in college. I was graduating, and I had no idea what I was going to do with my life.
Yeah,
I know I wasn't going to become a pro basketball player.
yeah.
I was kind of lost in the mix of, being born and raised in Worcester. I didn't really want to come back home with nothing,
Mm,
with no goals, when just coming back because I knew like where I came from. I didn't want to go back into that same, that same environment.
mm-hmm.
So what I did my senior year of college, actually, I had some discussions with my coach and some of the people in the town. So in North Adams, Massachusetts, which is the poorest city in Massachusetts, they had
Really?
no Boys and Girls Club, they had no YMCA, they had no mentor programs.
Wow.
So my goal was to create a mentor program for the schools in North Adams.
Mm,
So when I did my senior year, I learned so much about, wow, this is what I want to do. Like, this is my passion. Like, I want to help communities.
mm,
So I learned a lot about, about mentorship, about networking, about building a team, about how to manage a team, how to work with communities. But so when I graduated, I said, I love North Adams. They made me become a man, but I want to come back home to Worcester
Mm.
and really impact the city I'm from. So yeah, so I came back home with my company, American Pyramids, which
Mhm.
we talked about before. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
which was my company before. But it was more of like a clothing brand and like a record label.
Mhm.
It's kind of like cool, fun. But I really used American Pyramids to utilize community work. And
Mhm.
the summer of 2015, I created the Summer Jam Classic,
Mhm.
which was just a basketball tournament. We
Mhm.
gave out free food. I don't know if we even had free. I think we gave out some free bags.
Mhm.
Really, really, really small budget,
Yeah.
like $40 budget.
Yeah.
And then from there, it just continued to grow,
Mm.
and I just got inspired. And it's like people always say like they're inspired by Summer Jam, but it's the people that come to Summer Jam that inspire me.
Mm. That's
So
lovely.
that's why I think really just makes it continue to grow, and that's the origin of Summer Jam Classic right there.
No, that's wonderful. So, like, I mean, the first time I checked out Summer Jam, like, when I went there, like, I couldn't find anywhere to park,
Hmm.
and like, I was driving around, driving around, driving around, and finally somebody left, and I was like, in that spot, and like, but it was beautiful. Like, there was all these vendors.
Was that the
Um,
Compton? Was that at
it was
Compton?
at Compton,
Oh, okay.
yeah, Compton Park,
So
yeah.
originally it was at Grant Square Park.
That's where it was
Yeah,
originally,
and
really.
yes, and that's the neighborhood I'm from on Lincoln Street.
Okay,
So it was special to me there, and I really didn't want to leave there,
yeah.
but it just grew.
I was just
It
gonna
just
say you
outgrew
must
there.
have outgrown that because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so big. Like there were so many people
Hmm.
at the event. Like as I mentioned, vendors. I saw so many people that I hadn't seen in a long time
So,
that were just there enjoying the game. Some of them had kids. Like it's scary to believe that people that I went to high school with, they all had like kids on Summer Jam, and I was like, yo, how old am I? But no, it was really cool. And it was just such a family affair and
mhm.
just so much people in the community there. And it was such a good vibe. And that was in 2023 that I went.
Nice.
And then in 2024, last year, which was the 8th, it was also pretty big. And I know that through that you also have Winter Jam. Like
Yep.
you started Winter Jam
Fall Jam
also.
Classic. Yep.
Fall, yeah, fall jam,
Yeah.
winter, fall. They're
Yeah.
all
Same.
cold.
Well, now it is Winter Jam. It is Winter
It
Jam
is.
now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, what made you want to do like two, or is it just because one was so big and you wanted to expand, or
Yeah, no. So for Summer Jam, like originally it was kind of adult based, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah,
It was adult based
yeah,
with community impact, right?
mhm,
So there's a pro am, basketball tournament, and then we gave the free backpacks, the vendors, the food. That was the community side, but there was really nothing for like young athletes,
mm,
and it was hard to fit it all in one day.
yeah,
So really wanted to create something that actually has like for Summer Jam, like it's the power of the culture, the impact of the community.
mhm,
But after that day, it's over, right?
mhm,
So I wanted to create something through the Summer Jam series that was more impactful to
mhm,
kids, to youth.
mm,
Our Fall Jam Classic series actually has a theme.
mm,
So our first Fall Jam was Dunk Cancer,
mhm.
where we partnered up with Brenda Jenkins at the YMCA.
Love Brenda.
Yeah, I love her too. Hi, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda.
Yeah, if I say hi, she gonna call me. I love you. She's been a big person, part of my journey as well. So me and Brenda talked, and James Lambert, who's one of my mentors, about doing the Fall Jam Classic at Clark with Dunkin' Cancer, raising money for cancer awareness, and
Mhm,
also we partnered up with UMass Chain, and we did like house screenings.
mm,
So then for year two, we was like, all right, let's shift gears a little bit, where we did mental health. So
mm,
for year two, which is my favorite still, it's gonna be hard to beat year two for me because
mm,
we did mental health where over 100 student athletes and 20 leaders in Worcester got to go through a mental health workshop. So every athlete that participated that day also had a workshop that provided coping skills, positive tools, and resources
mhm,
for each kid participating. Where a lot of them kids know mental health, but they battle with it different ways,
mhm,
and they don't even know what like a resource is.
mhm,
So I think that was super dope part of our fall jam.
mhm,
So we provided that. And then year three is the power of mentorship,
mhm.
which is my journey.
Yeah,
Without mentors, I wouldn't be where I am today.
absolutely.
So year three is the power of mentorship. Where in the fall we were able, until we had to reschedule it until this March. We did with Quinn Sig, we did a mentorship panel
Mhm,
where we had different business owners come out and talk to our youth. But good thing coming soon, we're gonna do another panel,
mm,
a bigger one. Hopefully in February with Quinn Sig for boys and girls for the Worcester community.
Oh no, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
Like, I'm a big fan of QCC.
yeah,
I believe me, I'm doing a couple of things. I have a thing with March. I have a lot of things going
nice.
on with them, but I
Dope.
think it's so important that, you guys are focusing on mental health. And I think, especially I know from our community, a lot of time there's a lot of stigma around it, and especially for the youth too, there's a stigma attached to it. And I think
Mhm,
that it's important that folks like just remove that stigma to normalize,
mhm,
seeking things that's going to help you, seeking things that are going to get you in a good space where you're able to have conversations and says, you know what, I'm not feeling that okay. I would like to have a conversation. I would like to discuss this. Like, how do I cope? Like, I'm stressed
mhm,
out. So, before we get to harming ourselves or harming
mhm.
others, right? We have these tools that equips us. So I think that's very, very important.
No, me too. Yeah, and like kind of like our theme was like create with power.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people just see basketball and they don't see the message. Like for example, our uniforms for Fall Jam Classic. Every kid that wore a jersey, the number on the back was 988, which is the suicide hotline number.
Yeah.
So every uniform provided that number as well as a quote, a motivational quote on our uniform. So like we always talk about create with power, where yeah, it seems like cool with uniform and stuff, but there's actually power behind everything that we do.
Oh, that's wonderful. So there's a message behind
Hmm.
every single thing that we do. And I
Yeah.
think I've just heard really good things about, the National Suicide Hotline, and just the resources that it provides. I mean, no one, I think we've all been touched by suicide, unfortunately. And, we see it happening every day, whether it's people we know, whether it's celebrities or anyone, I mean, anyone. It could touch anyone. And we never want somebody to get to the point where they feel like this world would be better without them.
Mhm.
So, absolutely. Well, I'm looking forward to Winter Jam Classic coming up in March
Mhm.
and, the panel. But I know that's very important for you to be in the community. I know that you said that you wouldn't be anywhere without your mentors,
Mhm.
but it's also important because I think you also mentor and you give back and
Mhm.
you want to make sure that the youth feel like they could come to you and, as a resource. So, what are some of the things that you're doing in the community?
Yeah, so right now I coach high school basketball at Worcester Tech,
Mhm.
which is really for and like for me coaching was tough because I'm so focused on the city in a whole. So coaching one program is hard for me at times
Mhm.
because I care so much about the city in a whole. But yeah, so right now I'm coaching high school basketball at Worcester Tech. I'm the head coach of the junior varsity team,
Okay.
and then yeah yeah, and then I've been doing that for about 6 7 years now.
Wow.
And then I'm the head coach. I'm the player development for the varsity level as well. And just in general, a lot of kids that come through my classic series, through my showcases, I provide a mentorship. My phone's always available for them.
Mhm.
If it's through a lot of them are first time college students,
Mhm.
so just in that aspect of helping them, guide them through college, even work. I have kids. Not every kid that comes through my programs play college sports or even pro sports. So just really guiding them, if it's work, if it's tech related, just something like
Mhm.
that, just to help them guide through their journey.
Mhm.
If it's even starting up a small business and how to navigate through that is something I
Mhm.
provide to the youth.
Oh, that's wonderful. So I know, so you also have your company.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, because I
Mm.
know that we have kind of moved away from Pyramid,
Yep.
Is it American Pyramid or American
No,
Apparel?
you're American Pyramids.
American Pyramid. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And what is the new company?
So the new company is Bosa Sports and Community.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bosa Sports is, the events, the fun I call it.
Mm-hmm.
But the community is the soul of the
Mm.
brand. 'Cause originally it was Bosa Sports, but I
Mm-hmm.
just didn't feel right because it's just Bosa. The community means so much to who I
Mm.
am today and the brand that I've created. So that's the soul of the brand. So Bosa Sports and Community, kind of the same feel of American Pyramids. We've shifted away from the music side and the clothing side,
Mm.
a sense of fashion. I'm
I
wearing
noticed I'm
that.
wearing
I know,
Bosa,
yeah, yeah,
the hat, the
yeah.
shirt.
A walking billboard.
It's all right.
So I say, yeah. So we're gonna go more sports
Mm-hmm.
gear. So we're gonna do sports gear, but we're gonna continue doing like the same vision of American Pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
With the aspect, with the goal. I think in 2022 we talked about it about me building a gym in the community center.
Mm-hmm.
So I think both the sports and community is the impact of that gym because American Pyramids I just thought was the fun era, the
Mm.
freestyle era. Again,
Yeah.
I think everything I did for American Pyramids has built both the sports and community.
Mm. It's a foundation. It was a stepping
Yeah, it's the
stone.
foundation step.
Absolutely. And
So
where?
same goal, same vision.
Okay, where can they find your apparel?
So yeah, so our apparel right now is currently our website is currently in development.
Mm-hmm.
But you can find me on Instagram at Bosa Sports AP.
Mhm.
Facebook Anthony Barbosa.
Mhm.
And you can get gear. I've been releasing stuff lately.
Mhm.
Just kind of pre-trials. Also I'm building a lot of new. I'm kind of building uniforms for different programs in the city.
Mm.
Right now, Friendly House's youth pro basketball
Yeah.
is Bosa Sports uniforms.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
That's
so
so
Friendly
cool.
House, the YMCA has used Bosa Sports.
Mhm.
Job Corps has used Bosa Sports.
Mm.
So we're just trying to like build a community-based uniform for
Mhm.
all the programs in the city.
Oh no.
I'm missing one when I remember. There's one more program that has Bosa Sports, but I'll get yeah. So
That's okay.
yeah.
Sometimes
One
it
more.
is
I'm good. But Friendly
remember
House,
it's
yeah.
done.
Friendly House with the YMCA and Job Corps, and as we continue to grow with these other programs, we'll continue to sponsor them.
Okay, cool. And then I know that so last year you got an award for Quincy Community College. So I'm the
Yes.
alumni president over there. So I was
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
when Sean Harris, love Sean,
The
um,
goat. Love them.
presented you with an award for your service to the community. So how does it feel to receive an award like that, knowing that this is recognizing the work that you're doing in the community?
Um, it's a coming from Sean, it means a lot. Coming from Quincy and Sean, it means a lot because they're people that are part of my journey.
Mm,
That see the work we've done. It's funny. I told my mom. And I say this humbly. Like I was receiving a lot of awards,
mm,
and I care about change. I don't care
mm,
about awards,
mm-hmm,
and I say that humbly.
mm,
And like it coming from Sean, it meant the world because someone that he puts in the work with me.
mm-hmm,
But I was just like, all right, the awards are cool, but like, let's make change. Like, where's the like? I want resources.
mm-hmm,
I want like, where do we get the funding to
mm,
provide? Like, I tell everyone, for Bosa Sports, American Pyramid, Summer Jam Class, everything we've done, all our community events has been funded through through our own small businesses, through
mm-hmm.
companies like me and yours.
Yes.
Like, we don't get funding from the city. We don't get federal funding. We don't get no big time like all of our sponsors are our small businesses
Mm-hmm.
that keep our city flowing. I say it, and
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. So getting an award from Sean Harris means the world because he's on the ground with me putting in the work.
Okay. That's wonderful. And, I get it. And I've had this conversation with many of folks. I think, is it great to get an award? Absolutely. And we appreciate it and we respect it. But you're right. You don't want anybody to feel because they didn't get an award, their value is not
Hmm.
as great. But also, thank you for the award. Let's now work together to create impactful changes,
That's
right?
yes,
You know,
yes.
I'm getting a community award.
Yeah,
Now let's help this
yes,
community
yes.
that we're
Cause,
part of.
cause some of the words I've got in the past, I won't say no name, but like
You know,
was just like, all right, here you go.
yeah.
Kind of like get me out the way. Like, all right, we gave
Yeah.
it to you because we kind of had to.
Yeah.
Because after I followed up with them, or
Yeah.
um, no, you gave me an award and you don't even respond to my emails. You know,
Exactly.
because it's not about me. Like everything that I've not me. Everything that the classic has accomplished is bigger than me. It's
Mhm.
our community. It's our small businesses.
Mhm.
It's the people that care. It's my team. Like I
Mhm.
have a wonderful team.
Yeah.
A great team. I think I have like I call them the Avengers.
Mm.
They don't really like they don't know much about Marvel, but I do. Do you?
Of course.
Okay, great. Okay, great.
What do you mean? They
Well, my team, yeah, my team doesn't really. Not a lot of my team
Are they
watch Marvel.
DC fan?
Uh,
DC too.
I'm,
But are they not?
I'm like the
What are
Avengers.
those
Yeah,
people?
yeah. They're great people too. Actually, my team consists of James Lampert, which I think you've had on the show, right?
Yeah, James been on the show.
Yeah,
We posted a couple of things
yes,
together.
yeah. Oh yeah, you
Yes.
guys, the fashion show. You guys are the fashion show duo. That's what.
Yes, yes.
I love it.
He's one of my co-hosts. He's one of my favorite co-hosts.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. You guys are the fashion show duo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danielle Dungalo,
Yeah, she's
from the
fantastic. Yes.
YMCA.
Yeah.
Great, great. I call her the Presidente. She always laughs because she always keeps
Yes.
me on my toes. Celeste,
Yes.
Celeste Price,
Yes.
does great work with her foundation as well.
Priceless memories.
Yeah,
Yes.
Price of Memories. Stephanie Corio, who's a DCF worker
Okay.
for the city, very dedicated to her city. Has been great been there really since year two with me,
Mm.
which, as well as Steph Adams,
Mhm.
who's a teacher in the city. Anthony George, who does a lot of our marketing and
Mm.
the cool gear that you see, he develops.
Nice.
Echo,
Mhm.
Echoes on a board. We also have Sai, who's like he's on our team. He's like the quiet one. He's the music. He
Okay.
provides all the music and our lineups. He's the music director, which he does great work. So we have a wonderful team, and
That's
I'm
awesome.
blessed to have them, and
Mm.
it's super cool to have them.
Okay,
Super
that's
cool because they're
wonderful.
so dope in their own right.
So yeah,
Yeah,
everybody's doing their thing, right?
yeah.
Like everybody, is like fantastic. They're
Hmm.
doing their own thing. Avengers, right?
Hmm.
I mean, Iron Man is Iron Man.
Yeah,
You have the Hulk.
mm,
You have like all of these
I do.
wonderful
Yeah,
people come together. They're the Avengers.
yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah, because they also suffer. Because usually sometimes when you build a team, you have people that play minimal roles,
Yeah.
like kind of like up and coming. But like my team is already their foundation's already
Like
on their own.
there
It's
is.
super dope. I love it.
So now you only just really come together to create something wonderful.
Hmm.
That's fantastic. Well, tell them they do need to get caught up on the
Yeah,
Avengers. Like,
yeah, yeah. I will, but
like
I
yeah.
couldn't do anything without them. I think the first 3 years it was me, James, Steph, and Steph.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we expanded the team, the event has grown
Okay.
so much. So
Wonderful. Wonderful. So we're coming up on this year is going to be Summer Jam 9.
yeah, Summer
Like,
Jam 9, Fall Jam 3.
yes, do we have the date for Summer Jam?
Yes. So I, top of my head, I don't know it, but it's the second Saturday of August.
It's a
So
second
every
Saturday.
year,
Like, okay. So,
yeah.
oh, okay.
So every
That
year,
makes it
yeah.
easy.
So yeah,
That makes
Summer
it
Jam's easy.
easy.
It's the second Saturday
Second Saturday
of
of
August.
August every
Yes,
year. Oh,
every
that's
year.
perfect. Listen, I didn't know that. So the second Saturday of
I actually
every
didn't notice it
August.
either until someone on my team, someone on my team said, "Wait, it's the second Saturday." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Because it
Makes
makes
it
it easier to
easy.
say, right?
It
Instead of a date,
absolutely
you're like
does.
second Saturday of every August.
They
Yeah,
just go on a calendar
yeah,
and you can
yeah.
find it. Absolutely.
Huh?
And that, all
It's
right.
the
So it's a
16th.
16th.
There
Oh,
it
oh,
is.
all right.
Wow, really? That's the
It's a
second Saturday this year?
really that seems
That's late.
yeah. Okay, so
Okay, okay,
like 16. That's over. Yeah.
okay,
Oh,
okay.
okay. All right.
Six. Okay,
Okay.
that's late. Yeah,
Okay. All right. So it's the ninth
yeah.
of 2025. I can't believe we're
Yeah,
in 2025.
I know. Year
All,
9. It's supposed to be year 10.
I know.
But COVID took a year from us.
It's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
COVID did a lot of things, but you
I'm
know
so
what? You
excited for
come
year
back
10.
strong. You come back stronger,
Yeah.
right? 10 year, what we're gonna do in 10 year,
Yeah.
but like so. I mean, I am assuming that everybody is looking forward to like just. But how do you become a player in Summer Jam? Like I know how to get involved. I
Yeah.
know how you can be a sponsor,
Hmm.
right? You guys are always looking for sponsors.
Hmm.
If you want to be a sponsor, you want to do anything and all these lovely things. You want to be a vendor and all that. But how do you become a player? And not that I'm looking to play. Let's get that right now. But how do you become a player? If somebody's watching and is like, "Oh, I want to play in Summer Jam."
Yeah, so Summer Jam Classic has the Pro-Am to
Okay.
it, which is the main attraction, I would say. That's where
Okay.
people travel all over the Northeast to come. So
Really?
our website, www.worcestersummerjam.com, you can register your own team.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so it's team based.
Okay.
So yeah, there isn't a free agent pool for this one in
Mhm.
particular, but yeah, you can register your own team at worcestersummerjam.com.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So we know that Summer Jam is the
Mm-hmm.
second Saturday of every August every
Every
year.
August,
All
forever.
right. Yes. And Fall Jam Classic was moved this year and it's
Yeah,
going to be in March.
March.
All right. And then anything else that we can look for this year in 2025 for Bosa Sports
Yeah, so
and community?
you got it can be
I
right
gotta
now.
I
Yeah.
gotta because it like we know the sports,
Hmm.
but now like let's focus on the community.
Yeah, so for the community aspect of it, we do have Fall Jam. So we are gonna do some events leading up. We're gonna do a poetry night to be determined because what we like to do is like we like to have fun before our events. So
Mhm.
we're gonna do some fundraisers, a comedy night,
Mm.
poetry night, and then those will all be posted on my social medias. And then we'll have our big mentorship panel,
Mhm.
which will provide over 100 kids with a panel, boys and girls.
Wow.
So that'll be coming soon to Quincy,
Oh,
which I will
nice.
post. And then after Fall Jam, Fall Winter Jam, a little bit of
Yeah.
both now, right? It's like both.
Yeah.
I don't now I'm like it's both. You're right.
I know. Yeah.
Um, so we'll have some more smaller events leading up to Summer Jam.
Mhm.
Like we talked about in 2022. I'm still working to build a community center in
Mhm.
Worcester, Mass. Yeah,
Absolutely.
so that's still the goal. I still have 2 more years. My goal was 35, so I have three
Mhm.
more years to get to that goal. So yeah, so the goal is still to build a community center for Worcester.
So you're not even 35 yet.
No, 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 no. I know, yeah, yeah, no, 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 not yet. It's funny. I was thinking because technically this is my 10th year
Okay.
in the
Yeah.
game, right?
Yeah.
And I sound like, wow, in 10 years, like I feel like I've been stuck in like a twilight zone.
Okay.
Cause like where did the time go in 10 years? Like I feel
It
like it
flies.
flies.
It flies. But you must be proud of what you've accomplished, though. What you've been able to do.
No, yeah. I think I just to be honest with you, I'm stuck though in like I said, like a twilight zone. Like I really feel like I needed like in these 10 years, like where have I gone though? Like so, for example, right? Like I've grown as a brand, as a
Mhm.
business, as a community. Um, but I've got lost in there.
Okay. So I kind of get what you're trying to say is, but could it have grown without you?
Mm.
So we have to think about things like that. And I think sometimes we do set these goals for ourselves, right? And then we accomplish something, but not the thing that we thought we wanted to accomplish. So we are very hard on ourselves. Like you're
Mm.
asking, like, look at what you've accomplished and look at how many people are looking at what you have
Mm.
accomplished and celebrating it. And meanwhile, you're thinking, but what have I done?
Yeah.
No, you
Like the
should
personal
celebrate
growth.
that.
Yeah.
No, no, absolutely. You're not the same person you were 10 years ago. And even if you feel like you haven't grown you've grown this thing,
Mm.
this summer jam that so many people take part in, that so many people enjoy. Like it's a community thing. What was the attendance last year?
About 4,000
Okay.
almost. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Like you did that.
Yeah.
Like you have a team with you, yeah, but
Hmm.
like this was your idea and you fed it. And like even if you put the team together, it's
Hmm.
like Belichick, right?
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
never played for the Patriots.
Right.
But
Right.
how many Super Bowl did they want
Yeah.
win under his
No,
leadership?
no, that's true.
Right?
No, that's
So
true.
I think if you put something together, even with a team, and you guys accomplish that, I think that deserves celebrating. So don't
Mm.
ever think you didn't accomplish anything. You absolutely did.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't think everybody's winning in every single area of their lives, no
Mm.
matter what it is.
That's
Like
true.
you can't have everything all at once, and I think that's a good thing
Hmm.
because I think that's why you have these crazy rich people that has like $40 billion. Like they don't know what to do with
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
So instead of helping poor people, they want to buy a
Keep
planet.
running to yeah.
They're like, oh, let me go to Pluto and rename it after me,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
because they just feel like they don't have anything else to accomplish. So I never want to get to that point where I feel like I've accomplished everything I want to
Yeah.
accomplish and there's nothing else.
Yeah.
Like I'm no longer amazed by things.
Mm. Yeah.
I think never lose that sense of amazement, like, and never lose that drive. So you've accomplished a lot, celebrate it,
Mm.
and then set new goals and accomplish it. It's as simple as that. Don't even like,
I needed that. I needed that.
please.
Yeah. No, thank you. Yeah. That's because that's where I've been in the last. I'm like, wow, 10 years. It's like, where's my personal growth? You know. I think everything's growing around me, but like my own, like my soul, like it's craving something.
But that's it though.
Yeah.
The other things that grow around you, it's like even again, if you're a coach and you coach everyone and they win a Heisman Trophy, right? Even though you didn't personally win it, like
Mm.
because of you and
Mm.
what you're doing
Yeah.
helps them win it. So it's not that you're going to go out there. It's like, yeah, I want a Heisman, but
Yeah.
like you have influence, your sphere of
Right.
influence. So think of the success of everybody that's come through Summer Jam.
Yeah.
Think of the youth.
That's what
Think
keeps
of
me going.
the
That's what. Yeah.
trajectory of their life, how it's changed and how it's shifted because of something that you did.
And you know and that's dope you said that because that's really what the community because when I was rebranding a lot of people around me was like posted sports only like
Yeah.
but I can't the community is the soul of like everything that's
Of
been
what you
doing
do.
yeah what
Like,
I do.
absolutely. And I think, yes, I think, we are in a society that's focused on individual growth.
Hmm.
But I think if people recognize the fact that if you focus on helping others grow, like you grow too.
Yeah.
It's like I do this show and it's not like, because and I highlight others and people get to hear them and people connect and I run into people it's like, hey, I saw this person in your show and I connected with them or what that. And for me, that's enough.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
dope.
about me
Hmm.
growing from it. It's about them growing from it.
Right.
So you've
Th-
impacted a lot of lives with what you've done.
Thank you.
And I think the fact that you feel like you haven't done enough, I think that's good. That's important, but don't let it take away from what you've accomplished.
Thank you.
That's it.
Well, for sure I needed that.
That's it.
Thank you.
That's it. And just keep growing. I mean,
Mm.
like for personal growth, I mean, hey, we all have room for improvement.
No, for sure.
We all have room for improvement. I know
Yeah.
you have a little lady in your life
Yeah, yeah,
that,
yeah.
yeah, she was a baby the last
Yeah.
time.
I
So,
know, and now it's like Summer Jam's her world. It's so cool.
yeah,
Cause so she was in the commercial,
yeah.
and now she's like,
Let's talk though.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
okay,
so
yeah,
you did show.
yeah. So we did the city part one, which was highlighting Summer Jam and
Mm-hmm.
the impact of community and our sponsors. So
Mm-hmm.
for that commercial, we kind of just showed all the sponsors in their element.
Mm-hmm.
Wu Juice, no, the owner of Noel, the
Yeah.
owner of Noel Wu Juice. We showed him in his at his shop, but
Mm-hmm.
it was black and white. It was
Mm-hmm.
impactful. They stared at the camera because we really want to show people. People see the business and they
Yeah.
see all the cool things about the business,
Yeah.
but we wanted to show how hard and Yeah,
Listen.
and so we wanted to give a powerful message like
Yeah.
that these businesses in the city are supporting you too.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, we need your support, but we're here for you, and whatever
Mm.
you guys need, we're here for you. So I think we highlighted My Tips, we highlighted Misguided, we highlighted East Mill Studios. We just highlighted sponsors, Brader's Blog,
Mm.
Priceless Memories, and we just showed them all in their element.
Mm.
And it just impacted, and the impact how big sponsors are to the city, and because we're small businesses, we don't have marketing budgets,
No.
so these businesses are giving up their own businesses,
Mm.
and their funding to sponsor summer gym and fall gym to give back to our city, and I think that's what the city commercial highlighted. And then the final scene was me revealing Bosa Sports,
Mhm.
and my daughter had a T-shirt on, and so now she told me she's gonna run summer jam one day.
Oh, she is. She
Yeah, and
absolutely
I'm
will.
like,
She
you got the keys, girl.
like
You just gotta,
listen. That's but
yeah. Especially
see.
she's 4. It's so
But look
crazy.
at that though. See,
Yeah,
talk about
yeah,
legacy, talk
yeah.
about growth. Like your baby is
Mhm.
recognizing and seeing all that
Isn't
you're
that?
doing.
It gives me the goosebumps right now. It's crazy. At 4 years old,
Yeah.
every time I see her, she's like, "Oh, I can't wait for summer jam."
Yeah.
Like, you're 4. Like, how do you even realize that?
Listen, they're born
It's
smarter than
yeah,
we were, cause
I know. A
like
little too
yeah,
smart at times, but
like yeah,
yeah,
no, they are. Well,
yeah.
listen, she's gonna play Summer Jam one day, and then
Oh
she's gonna run
yes,
Summer
yeah.
Jam
I
one
can't wait.
day.
I can't wait.
Like, oh my goodness,
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
special.
no,
So we have the city part 2 coming.
yeah,
Which the goal is to make people cry. So get ready for
okay,
that one.
okay,
Yeah, that one. The goal of that one is to be really impactful and emotional. Because
yeah,
we're gonna. So actually, we get Summer Jam 9. Our theme this year, we do a theme every year, is the heart of the city.
mm,
So it's gonna be, our city's gone through a lot this
mhm,
past year as well. Especially in the communities that we impact. I
mhm,
think it's the most homicides ever, right? I think for the 12 months, I think we have the most homicides
yeah,
ever. And what's the history?
yeah,
Gang violence is at all-time high.
mm,
Um, Poverty is growing.
yeah.
Um, People afford rent, so
The unhoused. It's an
yes, the house.
epidemic in
So
Worcester. It's like you go everywhere. You go through
mm,
City Hall because
yeah,
we
even
used
when
to
we run,
run.
yeah,
Like even when we run, it's just like and
isn't it crazy? I never really realized it until the run club how
like
bad it really is.
I know because it was like Sunday morning because normally you're going through the city and downtown and it's like in the middle of the day in the afternoon and you see a lot of people, but you're running on Sunday morning. It's like 9 a.m. in the
People
morning,
always do.
and by the ballpark and under the bridge you see all these people, and on that street, I don't know the name of the street, but whatever the street we started on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when we go to the park and then City Hall and you see all these
Or
people,
the
yeah,
bridges were
and
just.
you're like I mean, in that course of an hour, we saw close to 100 people,
Mhm.
unhoused people, man, woman, and child. And you're like,
It was
how is this our city?
not, and one thing, if you have a voice out there and you want to make an impact, you need your voice now more
Yeah.
than ever.
Yeah, no,
We do. Like,
absolutely.
if you have a voice, if you want to see change, it's
Mm.
possible. Like,
Yeah.
please come out, join our run club, or
Mm.
join our programs, or
Yes.
talk to us. Like, we just, it's kind of, it's like, and that's why our theme is the heart of the city, because it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of heartbreak in the city right now.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of heartbreak in the city. And I think there's a lot of different organizations doing a lot of different things.
Hmm.
And I always say to people like, instead of complaining what others are not doing, like, what are you doing?
Right, right. Well, that's the thing. I go support some of these events and like 10 people, and it's just like
Mm.
people need to get out there, like get out.
They are, and I think though it's just like there is a lack of merged communication
I think I agree.
because I'm connected to different things through different things, right? And like, and I show up at these events and I know about it because I'm connected somehow,
Mm,
but like a lot of people don't know about it. And then there's a lot of events that happen that I don't know about. So we need, I don't know how, we need some central
we
communication
do,
where,
we do.
if it's happening, because there's a whole different there's several different communities in Worcester there. If something happens here, we don't know about it. If
Hmm.
something happens there, they don't know
All the
about
time. I'm
us.
like, yeah,
Like, yeah, so it's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like when you hear about certain awards, and I'm
yeah,
not going to call any name because
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to throw any shade,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but like the people that win the awards, you're like, who are these
Yeah, no,
people?
100%. But
You
you
would
know,
never
well, the
found.
problem, and I've lived, I spent time in New York and other places. People in our city need a personal connection to
Mm-hmm.
attend. You don't need a personal connection to attend these events. A lot of them are
No,
open to the
I
public.
just show up.
Just show up.
I
That's what I'm
just
saying.
show
And I
up.
recommend people just show up.
I just show up.
There's events I've just showed up to and
Yeah,
I've loved.
yeah,
Like, oh, like I'm happy I went.
yeah.
But I'm also one of the people. I'm not gonna lie. I lived on personal connection. Like I'm only
Hmm.
gonna go to your events
To
because
support you
because I
and to
know you,
support. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
I was once like that.
yeah,
But once I opened up my horizon and said I'm gonna go to this event because I like the theme,
yeah.
I loved it. But I learned a lot. I'm like, why is it more people need to be here?
No, I know. Like, so when you're advertising an event,
Mm,
advertise it
yeah.
every,
Send it to me.
avenue. Like,
Send it to
send it,
me.
like, share
I'll
it.
yes.
Absolutely. Like, you show up an event, and the first people are like, "Who is she?"
No,
And
yeah.
and then you're like, "It's okay." But no, we've
Yeah,
got to start showing up at
I
these
agree.
events. And if you see something coming up and you're interested in it,
Yeah.
show up.
Yes.
Like, I have the tea parties, right? And I have these people, like, literally, like, I don't know them, and that's the first time, and I'm
Which
like,
is the
"Hey,
coolest feeling, right?
welcome."
Isn't it
It
it's the
is. And they're
coolest.
like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
saw it on Eventbrite, and we bought a ticket and show
Yes,
up."
I love that.
That's it.
So if you have an event, send it to me.
Send it to Boza. Like,
Yes,
he
I
will
will share
share
it.
it in his story.
Yes, I
Yeah.
will. I will share it, and I will try my hardest to attend because
Yes.
I've got in trouble with that. There's 5 events in one night. I can't be at 5 places. I've got in trouble with that before. Yeah, yeah.
No,
You know how it is.
it is. Tried
Yes,
sometimes, and I've gone to multiple events, but
yes,
listen, it's
yeah.
exhausting.
I'll definitely share it, and I will spread the word just if you send it to me.
Okay, absolutely.
Yes,
So we need the central community page
yes,
where
yes.
everything is on it. I know there's a couple of different things, like there's like Discover Central Mass and things
Yeah,
like
but
that, but
you know,
certain things,
yeah,
again,
yeah,
like certain things are not on it. So, but no, we need to show up. I'm
yeah.
like at these events,
No, I
and
agree. No,
I
no, I
I'm
agree.
there because I want to know. And as a community, we certainly need resources. So if something's happening and you feel like your feedback, you have feedback and you want to give, I think instead of complaining, instead of saying what we're not doing well,
Hmm.
show
Come,
up, pull
show up,
up,
have a voice.
like speak up,
Yeah,
like
cause we need, like I said, like everyone has a voice, and we need you. I have a couple young kids coming up, and their voice is so
yeah.
impactful,
No,
so impactful.
listen, I love the youth. I don't remember. So remember in 2020, during after the murder of George Floyd, a lot of the youths, they had some things downtown, and this was the youths that did that organized the sit-in and the
Mm,
the vigils and the marches and things like that. I love to see the youths engaged,
hmm,
and just really taking charge, and like the adults showing up and supporting them,
hmm.
like
No, I
you
love
know
that. I love that. I think Christian King, was that Christian King's event? That with the
I
youth?
know. It was Shayasia
Ye-
from the village.
Yes, the
Like,
village.
yeah,
So I love the
Shayasia
village.
from
Yeah,
the village.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cause Christian King, you know,
but I think he was there
yeah,
too.
yeah. Cause I mean, cause we don't. I mean, for me, I don't really know a lot of people in politics. Never really
Yeah,
grew up. And Christian King has been a big person in that space that
yeah.
has supported the classic and really has been
Mhm.
a big part of the change.
Mhm.
And shout out to Christian King because he's really stepped aside
Mm.
and really put his foot down and has been trying to make change with us.
Okay, cool. So, is there anybody in Worcester that you don't know yet that you'd want to meet?
Hmm. No.
Okay,
I mean, there's people
that's
listen.
good.
I would love to sit down with.
Okay.
Yeah. City manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have any polls, so
Yeah.
just saying. But it's a public
Yeah.
office, so I think
Yeah.
that
City manager. Yeah.
it's a
There's
public
people.
office, so I think you could,
Yeah. City manager.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's
No.
a public office. You could
I'm
reach
sit down
out.
with everyone.
Yeah,
Let's get funding. Let's build resources and
yeah,
let's continue to grow because our youth are in a tough space right now.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I know that there's something at City Hall like for the youths, right? So I'm not sure who runs
No.
these.
Is she in the run club? What's her name? She's in the run club.
I don't know.
You're in the run club.
I- what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, you should make a call
No, yeah, no, for
right
sure, for
away.
sure.
I mean, the worst they could say is no.
No, for sure, and no, for sure, and sit down, talk, But there's been so many people in our community that just are caring, like Michelangelo
Hmm.
Mangual, who run club
Yeah, yeah.
helps out the run club. He's a barbershop owner, restaurant owner, but he's also the youth director of Friendly House. That's
That's
yeah, like,
awesome.
but like he's wearing 3 hats. Like he should have the three. That's a lot for one
It's
person.
awesome.
So that,
Life is expensive.
yeah, yeah. And
You
Shay
know
Anderson, Shay Anderson too,
who
run
doesn't
club.
know Che?
That's yeah. he's not a Worcester guy, but he cares so much, and
He does,
and
yeah.
I love that.
He does a lot.
He's been a big supporter and advocate for us as well.
No, absolutely, absolutely. And that's the thing. And it's just like, but it's your community, right?
Mm.
Both says sports and community. I
Yeah,
think that's it. Like your community shows up for you and you show up for your community. When I did my conference last year, I have to keep remembering it's last year and this year. Like
that's
Shay was the
sick.
MC
Oh yeah, it's dope.
for I know, and I saw him at an event. I was like, hey, I was gonna call you. It was like, I can you be the MC? And he was like, yes. I was like, oh, no, when you're
That's dope. Yeah,
you're prepared with an argument to convince
yeah,
them,
yeah,
and he just said
yeah.
yes.
And now he's making us run 5Ks, but
I you're saying that's punishment.
yeah, for me it is. For me,
I,
he knew it, because after my basketball career, me and working out were opposites. Like,
yeah.
so he making me run these 5K. I was like, oh come
Oh
on,
my
but
God.
I got it, right?
Listen, the barbershop run club, like I know y'all are still doing it, those really dedicated ones,
Yeah,
but
frostbite.
let's
They call it the frostbite crew.
yeah, they're like bundle up. I'm
Yeah.
good.
See
I'm
you in the
good.
spring.
See you in the spring, but I will say it's a really cool, like
It
it's
is.
dope. You should definitely join and
Networking is amazing.
yeah.
It's like a superstar run club.
Yeah, no, it is. Some like there's some. I'm not gonna call out the names. Y'all gotta come and
Yeah,
find
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like there's some really good people like in the run club. There's
I love
some
it.
that are serious
And
runners.
it's all levels,
Like
which is
yeah,
great. It's not like at first I'm like, is this competitive?
no,
But no, I was like, oh no, I can walk,
I,
jog, crawl, take a
ah,
little break.
we're in the back,
Yeah.
honey. No, no, because like they're
And when you
different.
get it, it's dope. It's just dope.
There's people that are running marathons. They're
Yo,
running
there
these
what
the
that girl. Oh man, but
crazy thing. I
she's
can't remember
running.
her
Yeah,
name.
like 25.
26 miles or something
Yeah,
like
but she's training like 50 plus miles a week.
through
I'm like,
terrain. She was
yo.
going over like they
Oh yes,
ran
no,
this thing.
the guy that ran through the state.
Like
Yeah,
oh
that's
my
amazing. I don't know
god.
how he do it. Even especially his diet. He barely ate food, which is
Like,
crazy. Like you just want to do this?
nobody's forcing you. Like,
Actually, that's funny. When we were talking about my 10-year growth about on purpose. Someone said, "You do community work on purpose," and I was like, "Oh wow, I do."
no,
I had to like think about it. I was like,
yeah,
cause he's like, cause my age, I think it was an older man. He was from Georgia.
yeah,
He was visiting his niece.
yeah,
He came upstate to visit. He went to summer jam, and he was like, "Oh, this is amazing." So when he saw it was me, he thought it was like a 50, 40-year old, someone
yeah,
older.
yeah,
He's like, I think at the time I was like 26. He's like, "You do community work? Like, this is what you want to do?"
yeah,
I said at 26, he was like, "You crazy?" It's
yeah,
like people don't do this until they get a little older. Like,
no.
and that's what I meant, like with the personal growth part. It was like sacrifice. I didn't realize the sacrifice that that comes with this game. Yeah.
It is because I mean, in some respect, I think it's not thankless. I don't want to say thankless, but it's work that can make you cry
Yeah.
because
But
sometimes when you don't see the immediate results. I mean, it's there in the people, but a lot of times like work is different, right? Your work you get paid,
yes,
right?
your
You
reward is the money. Yeah.
exactly.
This
If
work.
say for instance, if you're an athlete or something like that, you
Mm-hmm.
play, you get a championship
You get
or
a
things like
contract.
that, you
That's
get
a
the
good point.
accolades. But
That's a good
a lot
point.
of times when you do community work, you work behind the scenes
Mm-hmm.
and oftentimes you're not technically recognized. It's the ones that are in the forefront gets recognized.
Yeah.
So you really do have to have a passion for it
You
to
do.
do it. But
You
yeah,
really
no,
do.
I think community work is important. I think it has to be intentional. And I think you have to have the ability to go on different sides of the aisle and
Mm-hmm.
talk to people who might not necessarily look like you.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you are doing basketball, and most of the folks who play basketball don't look like you.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to sit down and have that conversation at their level
Mm-hmm.
and take the ego out of it. Like, and they say, like, Anthony, you don't know what it's like to be this.
Mm-hmm.
Or, because I think you can understand somebody where they're coming
Yeah.
from, but you can never understand 100% because we all have different lives.
Well,
Even for me personally, I don't understand everybody's story, even if we look the same,
yeah. Yeah.
you know.
That's what it is. Yeah. That's a great point. And with my experience, and that's why I like the blessing too, because I've done this. Actually, the first conversation I ever had was with Ike McBride. He
Mm-hmm.
was the director of the Boys and
I
Girls
remember
Club.
Ike.
Yeah, Ike McBride was my first. And I sat down with him. This is before I did Summer Jam. I said, I was 21,
Wow.
and I said, "Am I ready for this?" And I sat there in
Mm.
his office, like almost in tears,
Mm.
because I was like, "I want to do this. This is my
Mhm.
dream."
Mhm.
But is our community ready for this? And
Mm.
are they ready for me to be the
Mhm.
person
Exactly.
to do it?
Mhm.
Right? Because you said like everyone that impact don't look like me,
No.
right? Why can they be like, oh,
And they'll
why
question
yeah,
you.
why we letting this little white boy from the inner city
Mhm.
do all these events and lead?
Mhm.
But you know what? And this is where my faith comes to place and the blessing of like they let me. I've
Mm.
never had an issue. Like it's been such a blessing, and
Mhm.
the community we've grown from it. And I know the story. Like that was the game changer for me. That was
Mhm.
what almost made me not do it.
Mm.
Was like, am I ready? Is the
Yeah.
community ready for me
Mhm.
to be this person? Like how am I gonna be looked at?
Mhm.
How am I gonna be respected?
Mhm.
Right? Because in this game, respect is the most important
It's
thing.
important.
And how can I keep building this?
Mhm.
But I think just growing up in the city, being a club kid, and experiencing what I've been through, I think it just connected me to so many people.
No, absolutely. And they learn to trust you.
Hmm.
They learn
Yeah,
to trust that
that's
like you're
true.
not trying to take over, not trying to be the face
Be
or
someone who I'm not.
not trying to like you're being real with
Yeah.
them and not trying to minimize
Hmm.
and I think that's very, very important. And I think, as I said, we do have to take our ego out of things. And I think one of the things I've learned even doing this piece, it's that, folks will always choose to misunderstand my motives behind doing things, but I'm not worried about those people
Hmm.
because if you're determined to misunderstand, you're going to misunderstand.
Hmm.
But for the people that I'm helping, for the people that I am shifting, that I'm changing, that I'm teaching to perhaps celebrate their wins, to perhaps see the world differently, to perhaps pursue their dream, those are the persons that I want to impact. And
Yeah.
if you're one to say, I'm doing this because of whatever your reason is,
Hmm.
I'm not going to chase that to change your mind about who
No,
I am
no, for
because I
sure.
know who I am. So you have to know who you are
Hmm.
and also be cognizant of that. You might not be the face, like you might not be the face off what they're expecting,
Hmm.
but it doesn't mean that you're not an ally.
Yeah. And
So,
so
huh?
that's why I would say it's always about the heart and the soul.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, I mean, there's certain challenges that I have. There's a lot of challenges, but there's certain privileges that I have,
Mm.
in terms of, my height, my education,
Yeah.
my looks, whatever. We all have certain things, right? That
Mm.
gives us certain privileges.
Hmm.
And I think that when you go into something, is recognizing those privileges that you have and being willing to get feedback and to say, hey, it's okay, like if you're pushed forward, if it's okay to just take a step back and not, let your ego get the best of you.
No, for sure.
So, all right, that's cool. No, I'm so happy
Yeah.
for you. I'm
Thank
just so
you.
happy for all the things that are happening. I know that you're going to continue to win awards. And like you said,
Hmm.
the awards are nice. It's not about the awards, but
Yeah.
they are nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They are nice. And the panel at QCC, I know you said that it's coming up. Did you
Yeah.
have the date?
No, we don't. We actually meeting this week. It'll probably be early March.
Early March.
Yeah, early
Okay.
March, late February. We're still working on a date for that because basketball season.
I know.
So yeah, so the weekdays are hard. So we're hoping to do like a Saturday panel
Okay.
for the kids. We'll do the first half girls, second half boys.
Okay.
And we'll have different panelists. James will be emceeing it.
Yeah.
Kind of doing the panels. He's part of our summer jam team or the gym team. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
through his
yeah.
business third exposure. So yeah. So we'll keep everyone updated with that. We'll love to see you there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely love to
It's
see you.
QCC.
Yeah, right. QC. Yeah. So
I'm there.
yeah.
But yeah,
So yeah.
okay.
So yeah. So that's our next big thing is our mentorship panel.
All right. So, but March Madness, do you not do anything with March Madness?
Well, yeah. So since we had to push back Fall Jam,
Yeah.
we did have March Madness planned, but we're gonna just include that. We're gonna add,
Okay.
yeah. So Fall Jam has got, with Fall Jam Winter Jam has got more powerful. They
Okay.
actually added a high school high level showcase game, and we're gonna make the fall jam instead of just an exhibition game. We're gonna
All
make it a
right.
March Madness tournament.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun.
All right,
And then
cool.
we'll have vendors. We'll have a bunch of cool things that day as well.
I love it. All right, so we've talked a lot about like the company, the
Hmm.
brand, and you personally,
Yeah,
and what you're hoping to accomplish. So, what do you do for your downtime?
work. um, I love this question 'cause I'll never know how to answer it.
What does that tell you when that you don't know how to answer it?
Uh, I don't know how to relax. Yeah, I don't. Downtime. Downtime is with my daughter all the time.
Okay.
Um, love spending time with her. Movies, out to
Mhm.
eat, something fun. I've been spending more time with my mom.
Mm.
We've connected a lot lately, which is pretty cool because our schedules are so busy. Just spending
Mhm.
time with her. Really, my downtime is just connecting with people.
Okay.
Um, not work connection,
Okay.
just actually just
Just
connecting with them.
okay.
My hobbies is what my work.
Okay.
Yeah, it's development, coaching.
Okay.
I'm in love with writing right now. The commercial,
Music, poetry.
like kind of short stories, cause that's my hobby. I love writing. I really
Nice.
want to tell a story one day on the big screen.
Okay.
The Bosa story. Um, so really just writing, learning how to write. The commercial kind of little tease. I'm learning how to like kind of be not behind the camera, but like learning like how to like tell the story and have
Mm.
the production team make it come to life. So yeah,
Okay.
writing's a hobby. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So it's
I
work, but
can't
not.
wait to read
Yeah,
some of your
yeah.
poems.
No, yeah, yeah. So yeah, writing is something that's really cool. But a lot of time with my daughter. I
Okay.
try to spend as much time with her because she'll be going to school soon. So her schedule will get busy
I
too.
know.
She's
I
in
know.
dance right now.
That's cute.
Yeah, just spending time with people that that I love and just to spend some time because I'm never they would say that I'm too busy for them. So
No,
yeah, just make time for the people that I
just
love.
gonna make time.
Yeah.
So you say you're watching a lot of movies with her. There's been a lot of kids movies out
Yes.
lately. There's
With
been
her.
Wicked. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's a kids movie per se,
Yeah.
but
We
then
just saw
there's
that one.
Moana. You saw that?
No, we haven't saw that one. We
Okay,
saw Moana
so
too.
Moana 2, then
Inside Out too.
Mufasa.
Well, Mufasa's not a kid movie,
It
but
wasn't?
I loved it. So I dragged it with me. Lion King is my favorite movie of all time.
Lion King
So
is the movie.
yeah, that's my movie. It's one of the movies like if I'm ever in a space.
So Mufasa wasn't a kid
No, it wasn't
movie?
because
It was
it was really like the theme was adultish. Even the
uh
music was very adultish. Remember Lion King,
really?
Hakuna
Yeah.
Matata?
Yeah. Oh, come
It
on,
wasn't.
Lion
Yeah, it was.
Lion King. I watched
Yeah,
that so
yeah,
much.
me too. It was more adultish, like the themes of it, of
Really?
how he became king, and
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Like,
yeah,
okay, so it's like
it's
just the story behind the story.
yeah. So she liked the one song,
Okay.
because now she wants it's called I want a brother, and
Oh,
now
well,
that's all
okay.
she wants is a
She
brother.
wants a
Yeah,
brother.
she wants a brother now.
Ah,
That's all
dare
she
I
says.
ask this? Dare I ask this?
No kids, no kids coming. No,
She getting her wish?
no. I gotta build the gym first. Then,
Okay.
um, no. But
So no brother.
that's the only thing she caught from the whole movie. But it was amazing though. Mufasa, I
Was
loved it.
it?
It
Yeah,
was
I can't.
amazing.
No, I can't wait to go
Yeah,
see it.
Sonic.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember
we
what it
saw it,
was.
which I was kind of disappointed that she didn't like it as much.
Did she?
No, she wanted that one with Mufasa. I dragged her to Mufasa. And I took her to Sonic, and she didn't like Sonic. She fell
Really?
asleep during Mufasa.
Oh,
The
okay.
second
Well,
half.
the funny thing is, I
Moana loved.
found though. So like my kids are getting older, but
Yeah.
I'm still into the Disney
Me
movie
too.
phase,
Me
and
too.
they're like outgrown it. And my daughter kind of said, "Well, mom, if you want to watch it, I'll watch it with you." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Well, I think we grew up in the best Disney
We
era. That's why. So we did. So
did.
now we're still connected to it. Where their era, the Disney movies have been up
It
and down.
wasn't been
Yeah, it's
like
up and
yeah,
down. Yeah,
because I think the themes are so grown for a
yes,
lot of them. But
yes.
like
Like
we
Inside
had,
Out too was about
listen,
anxiety. Like my
listen.
daughter's 4. Like it's a
Oh,
little short.
Inside Out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Inside Out.
I haven't seen that yet. Is it In
No,
and Out or is it Inside Out?
I think it's Inside Out.
Is it Inside
I
Out?
think Inside
Yeah,
Out
it's
too.
not
Yeah.
Elemental because Elemental
No,
is
Elemental is
different.
different. Yeah, Inside Out too
It's
was about
Inside Out too. Yeah,
yes,
and it
it
did
was about the
great.
emotions.
I
It
know.
was
I
about anxiety.
get it. I get
I
it.
guess for preteens it wasn't pretty bad, but for a 4-year-old it wasn't.
Get it
Yeah,
that we want to talk about those things
yeah,
and teach
yeah.
intellectual intelligence and all of that. But personally, as a kid, I just wanted to watch
Me
cartoons.
too, me too.
Um,
Yeah, so Mufasa. You know what? Also, Mufasa wasn't a cart. I think they went away from the
Yes,
cart.
the live action
Yeah,
is a
which
little different.
yeah, I think it's different. I
Yeah,
just think
yeah,
it's different in
no,
general. Even though for the eyes, it's just
yeah,
different. It's
no, I
adultish.
know, no, I know. I
Yeah,
haven't seen Inside Out yet, but I'm
no,
like,
but
I do
Mufasa,
plan
yeah.
to watch. But no, my kids have kind of graduated.
Mm.
Excuse me, sorry. And I'm like the only one stuck watching because I mean, Rio 1, Rio
Yes, you're
2, and
real.
all of those I watched, but
So they're the sing along, but
I did.
I wonder how they're gonna keep doing that adult type of
Excuse me,
Disney
yeah,
movies. That's kind of
yeah.
like the cartoons, kind of what brings the kids into it. But even like Lilo and Stitch is coming out live action.
I
Yeah,
know, I know,
Snow White is coming out live action.
I
All these
know.
movies are live action, but I'm like, I think it's more for like the adults
I think so,
because
but
cartoon.
what's left for the kids?
All right, do they do cartoons at all anymore?
Not really.
Well,
Well,
Inside Out 2 was Moana. Moana's a cartoon,
Moana 2
but
was nice,
that'll
yeah.
be a live action one day.
Is there? I think personally, I mean, I don't know. I love the cartoons, and I still do. And maybe the kids don't want to watch the cartoon,
Maybe, yeah.
but then they're saying that like if we want the kids to remain their innocence, right? And then they're like, yeah, we want to teach these kids emotional intelligence. I get it, but I also think that, like you said, a 4-year old, I get it. But you're right. They may not want to be thinking about the motive
Yeah,
behind Scar and Mufasa's
yeah,
rivalry.
yeah.
Like the original Lion King was
Yes,
amazing.
yes. It had fun parts. Timon and
Come
Pumbaa
on,
laughing. Yeah,
yes, I
Hakuna
just can't
Matata.
wait to be king.
Yeah,
Hakuna Matata. Oh
yeah.
my
Like
goodness.
this was.
We
I was shocked by Mufasa in a good way.
Frozen. Yeah, Frozen was I think
Fro-
was a
Frozen,
really good movie that came out like a long time ago.
which will be live action one day.
Of course. Like that's what I'm saying. So you're right. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness. Well, I guess there's something for everyone,
yeah,
right?
for sure,
But no,
for sure.
listen, great movies I think for us at least we get to, and then we have some Marvel. So we did talk a little bit about
I
Marvel.
love
We
Marvel.
are run out of time, but we
Yeah.
don't have Marvel. I'm still really, really upset about Iron Man dying. Uh
But you never know. He might come back.
he
They're bring.
might come back.
Oh no, he's not. He's Doctor Doom now. He's not coming back. They changed him,
I don't want to
which
talk
is kind of.
about it.
But you know that's kind of crazy.
It is
They
kind of
changed him to a
crazy.
whole new character,
Yes.
a big character at that.
And that guy, I mean, I do love Anthony Mackie, but I'm like, does that Steve's not coming
I
back as
know.
Captain America?
No, I heard he is.
Okay.
It's the multiverse now. It's like 11 up. There's like 15 more of you out there. You know that? There's like a short version of
I'm so
you.
sorry. I do a test before I do these movies.
Well, now with Black Panther changing too. No, not Black Panther. It was oh the guy. Remember he caught the domestic violence. He the
Oh, okay. I
what's his
can't
name?
remember his name.
You
It's
know,
Green
but
Lantern?
no, what
Not
was his
Green
name?
Lantern. I don't know. Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan
Yeah,
Majors.
but
What character
who
was
was
he?
I can't remember the character he was
Me
gonna
either.
play.
I forgot. Oh, Kane the Conqueror,
Oh,
which is
okay.
I'm a Marvel.
Oh, he was
He was a
in Ant
bit.
Man, right? Was
Yeah, he was Ant Man, but he was supposed to be the next big villain of
yeah,
this whole 5 year span, and
I
now
know.
they had to replace him.
Yeah,
So
but
now, yeah, but
who knows? But
I love
we can
Marvel.
I
Yeah, we
can
can talk
talk.
about Marvel maybe next
I
time.
love Marvel.
Me too. Me
I'm
too.
a DC fan, not as much.
Yeah.
One last question about movies. Robert Pattinson played the last Batman. How did you think he did?
I think an hour in, I was. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not.
he was just a bit tragic. Like it wasn't a Batman to me.
Was Ben Affleck a good Batman? No, right?
It's okay.
But I think the original. Who was the original Batman?
Michael Keaton, but
Oh,
I
who's the
think
one after him? So
um
many Batman.
there was for me personally, Christian Bale was the best
Yes, Christian
Batman.
Bale. I like the
Kristen
Dark Knight.
Bale was
Yes,
the
Christian
oh
Bale.
my goodness.
But I I like the Rock movie,
Okay.
the DC one, Black Adam. Did you see
Yes,
it? Did you see
I
it?
did see
I
Black
liked
Adam.
it, but
Yeah.
like the movie people hated it.
Yes,
I'm
I
like,
did like it.
yeah, I liked it
So
too.
I
So.
personally, if I like, okay, we can get caught up. Thank you
Yes, no
for
problem.
coming up
Of
and
course.
we have summer jam coming up, we have winter jam coming up. Bolster Sports and Community. Thank you for all that you do in the community. Please
Thank you.
continue to do what you're doing.
Thank you.
Don't be afraid to ask for help and support from your community. All they could say is no.
Yeah.
And that's it. And just keep on pushing through and doing what you're doing and, being an inspiration. Let me know how I can help you in any way.
Thank you.
And let's shout out to the folks how they can connect with you so they can, do what they need to do.
Yeah, so you can find us at www.worcestersummerjam.com, where we have all information if you want to register a team, become a sponsor, become a vendor. Instagram is Bosa Sports AP, which We do all our commercials, all of our advertising, marketing. If you want to become a sponsor, Facebook at Anthony Barbosa, which I know a lot of businesses use Facebook. But yeah, if you want to become a sponsor, a vendor, you can feel free to reach out. We have a lot of cool opportunities. If you want to be on our shorts, on our jersey,
Mm.
just yeah, we have a lot of cool things coming.
All right. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
So I appreciate you. So if you're tuned in, you're watching Sipping Tea with Suzanne with your fabulous host, Positively Suzanne. Shout out to our loyal fans and viewers, our executive producer, Paul Anderson. And until next time, this is Positively Suzanne and
Anthony Barbosa.